morning, good afternoon, good evening. So today's article is from the Express. Royal family has pulled a blinder as expert and as it destroys Harry and Meghan's game plan. Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace have maintained a wall of silence over the recent bombshell claims that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Yes, that's right, Dan. I think that once the publicity campaign of Harry's to promote his book dies out, which obviously it will at some stage, only William can make a seasoned and reasonable statement to the world to assert the following fundamental facts: that Meghan was warmly welcomed in Britain, that everyone in the royal family tried their very, very hardest to make her feel at home and accommodate her, but that unfortunately Meghan only wanted to be the star and made it impossible for her and the royal family to collaborate and coexist. I think in the end they're going to have to somehow publish the report into the investigation of Meghan's alleged bullying of her staff in Kensington Palace. And I think that William has to say that the monarchy of Britain is not there to be a target for people who want to make money and gain publicity from attacking them. William is the right man to make it. It should not be an interview, but a statement in a regal manner and a normal and considered manner. But I think that is the way for them somehow and to draw a line under these attacks and humiliate the Sussexes to stop their campaign.
Charles, I've been dying.
So that was, as you know, Tom Bower. His advice that he thinks that after all the brouhaha with Harry and Meghan and their publicity, that William should come out and make a statement. So far, the royal family has pulled a blinder by not publicly responding to the recent bombshell claims by Harry and Meghan, with an expert destroying the Sussexes' quote, ill conceived game plan. Harry and Meghan have launched a number of accusations against the firm during their much publicized six-part documentary series on Netflix. The Duke of Sussex fired more damaging claims against his own family in his memoir, Spare, taking particular aim at Prince William, Kate Middleton, and Camilla, Queen Consort. More than a week after Harry's book was released, both Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace have yet to make any comment on the claims made by the prince. Edward Coram James, PR reputation and crisis management expert and CEO of Go Up, claimed this shows the royal family have a strong game plan in place and were prepared for any such accusations, while blasting Harry and Meghan's strategy as ill-conceived. He told Express.co.uk, "What should the royal family do in response to these claims? In a word, nothing. They have pulled a blinder. The biggest mistake that they could make would be to respond to any of the allegations. They are they are simply not serious enough allegations to warrant them breaching their long-held code of silence. Breaching that silence will imply guilt. Remaining silent gives an air of maturity and remaining above the fray. The royal family have had a game plan, and unlike the Sussexes, whose game plan has appeared ill-conceived and often strayed from the royals who have towed the line throughout. Mr. Coram James poured cold water over the accusations made by Harry in his book, adding that the royal family have only taken a mild bruising and never came close to being on the receiving end of any knockout blows. He continued that the royal family know that it will all blow over soon enough as the news cycle moves on and today's news becomes old hat. Harry and Meghan are old hat. They will they will be deeply relieved that no fatal accusations are made and will perhaps feel that Harry's revelations were not nearly as damaging as they will inevitably have prepared for. The royal family will look forward to King Charles's coronation, knowing that they may have to take mild bruising, but they never came close to being on the receiving end of any knockout blows. Pauline McLaren, professor of marketing and consumer research at Royal Holloway University of London, praised the royal family for staying silent on Harry's claims and not getting mixed up in the messy battle with the Sussexes. She told Express that, quote, the royal family are taking the right stance because the way it was going, the way it is going, Harry will burn himself out. Ah, well, yeah, Harry's been like all over the place all at once, right? That is going to burn you out. It's going to also it's oversaturated, right, in the media. If they make any reply, it risks exasperating the whole thing, and we end up in a he said, she said, they said battle. They would be horrified to start that and are probably scared to set anything else off. Keeping quiet is actually the best strategy because what accusations can they actually answer? Any of the ones are going to start a battle with who's right. They may issue something like the Queen's infamous response of recollections may vary. That was the perfect response to that situation at the time. That rare statement from Buckingham Palace came in response to a series of bombshell claims Harry and Meghan made against the royal family during an Oprah Winfrey interview in March 2021. The couple alleged there have been several conversations within the royal family about the skin tone of their soon to be baby Archie. They also accused the royal family of ignoring Meghan's cries for mental health support and had left her feeling suicidal. She's such a liar. Buckingham Palace issued a rare statement on behalf of the Queen, which said the claims were concerning and would be addressed by the family privately. The statement read, the whole family is saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan, and the issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. Harry, Meghan, and Archie will always be much loved family members. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yes. Cool as ice. That's it. Don't give them what they want. So how are Harry and Meghan taking this code of silence? They're like two spoiled brat teenagers, wanting to instigate the family, wanting to get a rumble going, and they've been completely ignored. And Lady C points out, considering the mental health situation you're dealing with Harry and Meghan, their personality disorders and whatnot, Lady C has experience with this with her mother firsthand. She's saying that the best thing to do is to not respond, right? Don't, feed the beast here. So let's see, how are Harry and Meghan handling this? How are they taking it that they're being totally ignored? Getting the cold shoulder. Let's find out. Now, I can't remember if it was Lady C or Tom Bauer or someone else who pointed out that all of this is happening with Harry and Meghan, their brouhaha and their scandals and their lies and their Oprah interview and the books and this Netflix, all because Harry and Meghan wanted to be half in, half out, and the royal family said no. You can't be half in, half out. Because yes, Meghan wants to monetize the royal family, but she also wanted to keep all her titles and her patronages as well, and her tours. But she just wanted to be able to half the year do it from Hollywood. So when Megan wants, Megan gets, and didn't get what she wanted. Woo! Now look at that. This is like hell to pay, right? So I'm using the horror tarot, which I think is perfect for Harry and Meghan. This is their deck for sure. Look at how they're handling it, being ignored, completely iced, and being the cold shoulder so well. And all of it's boomeranging back on Harry. All of his claims are all proven to be lies, in my opinion. He sounds ridiculous. He sounds perverted. He sounds diabolical. He sounds deranged. It's not looking good for them. That's all I gotta say. It doesn't make them look good at all. You can see how unstable they actually are. So more and more every day. So let's find out, how are they feeling about being ignored, and how much is this half in, half out really causing all of this brouhaha? I mean, we know Harry's got lots of problems, but is that really what's the whole beef here? Let's find out. Because they made this whole lie up saying, oh, we just want financial freedom. Yeah, yeah. Lie, lie. Anyways, let's find out. Okay, so I shuffled the cards, split the deck, and here we go. It's Harry and Meghan's general attitude about being ignored. Oh my, I get Justice. Major Arcana. social justice warrior. They want what they feel is right, what their rights are. And of course, now Harry and Meghan's attacks are also including, BLM, Antifa, the globalist army there, and changing everything and calling everybody globalist citizens. So they are destroying this country and destroying the world, the New World Order as well. So they're working with this group. So I think that's also part of the reason they left the royal family as well, flexing their muscle with their new social justice New World Order group. Oh my, but crossing them, the tower reversed. Yeah, things are not quite working out as they had anticipated and backfiring quite a bit. I see this as backfiring. I see like they're trying to take out the royal family with their social justice causes, accusing the royal family of racism and structural racism and getting an award from, Kennedy and everything, Ethel Kennedy, and all of it's backfired. Now Harry's denying it. I didn't accuse them of racism. No, I didn't. So everything's backfiring on them in a major way because they thought they could get away with everything with the backing of George Soros and the Aspen Institute and all of that. Meanwhile, Harry's walking around claiming that, he admits he's lying and that he's misremembering things, and that is his memory, which he feels is just as good as the truth. And he's been put in charge of misinformation, right? I know I can't help but mention that, but I mean, just the hypocrisy, the idiocy, the arrogance, the insanity is just so again and again of all the lies in his book, even so. And at the bottom of the deck, the hanged man, reverse, the perennial victim who's never been a victim in his life. He's never been denied anything in his life. He's spoiled rotten. Both of them are. They both spoiled rotten. They're two of the most spoiled brats. They've never really struggled or suffered anything in life, and yet they pretend to be such victims and manipulate people and are doing nothing but trying to be movers and shakers and politicians here. Well, at least one of them is Meghan, but two major arcanas here, Tower and Justice. So they are like as already been pointed out, they're trying to destroy the Western world and the British monarchy's reputation as well, and what it stands for, which is tradition. And they don't want that. They want a cultural revolution. They want to turn everything upside down, make you all transhuman. The whole agenda of the transgender is to go transhuman. They want to have no more humans. They'll make you all computerized and upload you to the cloud. That's what they're saying there. So anyways, what's the basis of it? All these crazy ideas that the people are with. So the basis of it all, I get the star reversed. Wow, this is when you get a little Ouija board working at it, doing a little speak into the spirits. Harry is communicating with his mother, or at least he thinks he is, but he's really not because he's totally deranged. So again, I get a black magic cabal vibe here, as well as one of causing upset and um, depressing people. Harry and Meghan are intentionally depressing people right now because they know what's going on with the you know what's. Everybody knows what's going on, and they're covering it up, right? The mainstream media and all the rest covering it up, ignoring it. And so are Harry and Meghan. So Harry and Meghan, part of it is they're here to distract during this time with their social justice stuff, but they're very depressed and have no hope for the future for themselves or anything, and they're just out to be as selfish and self-serving as possible and destructive as possible and depressing as possible, right? They want to make you unhappy so that you want change, and then you'll say society is such a mess, it's such chaos. What can we do? Well, Harry and Meghan have the answer: the New World Order. So yeah, it's a real disaster here. But also, I get a lot of voodoo hoodoo going on here. Spirit. What do you call it? Spirit cooking, and what other evil things they do. So how is that the fact that they were denied half in, half out affecting their behavior today? And I get the world reversed. I get all these major arcanas, and I shuffle these cards really well. Wow. So major arcana, yes, that was it. that rocked their worlds. They were very unhappy, and of course, the world card is the globalist card, the New World Order card. So they were making an ultimatum here. Meghan was making the ultimatum, but she was being pushed to make this ultimatum by the Obama and Clinton that she was hooked up with. So she was purposefully pushing the royal family's buttons and making demands for things and grabbing what she could, et cetera, et cetera. And so they were all behind this, instigating this, and because they weren't going to get what they wanted, the way they wanted, the half in, half out thing and whatnot, and also kind of merging. I think there was a way of merging Meghan and Harry's half in, half out was a way of merging the New World Order with the royal family somehow of that nature, perhaps. And also the idea of them branching out, right? Because if Harry and Meghan could be a branch out into California, right? And there you have, like some people are saying, the way the world would be split up, or I don't know what the exact specifications of the New World Order and what they wanted to do was splitting it up, but I think that it would have been Harry and Meghan in charge, the royal family of North America, and while the regular royal family would have Europe, I guess, and the rest of the world. I don't know, but all I'm saying is I see this kind of branching out that they wanted to do with the New World Order vibe going on, and Harry and Meghan being the big stars because, of course, um, the whole face that they're using is the race war and the uh, you know anti-police. Of course, they want to defund the police because God forbid you have a good police force protecting you from all the criminals coming over the border and all the mass migration of the invasion at the borders. So but so the whole thing's like all intertwined. But of course, with the whole race baiting thing, the whole idea of Megan being what is it, 1/100th black. I mean, seriously. So the whole that was it. That was part of the agenda with all this. That's why the whole thing's going down. This is all major. I mean, major arcana, major arcana, all major arcanas here. Even on the bottom of the deck, I had a major arcana. So that tells you a lot of people involved in this, groups involved. So it's not just Harry and Meghan versus the royal family here. This whole thing is all the people behind Harry and Meghan, the globalists, and all the people behind the royal family. So you're talking like, yeah. And of course, playing out on the world stage, which is what the globalists do a lot. They do a lot of their communicating, and I mean, look at World Economic Forum. They put everything out on videos on YouTube. They're on stage. They put it all out there. They're like, yeah, we're taking over. Yeah, you're gonna have passports and digital currency, and we're gonna enslave you. Yeah, you'll own nothing, but you'll like it. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, they're not hiding anything. So that's why I'm saying this battle that's raging out. This is globalist with the world reversed. Justice card is the social justice, which is actually completely unjust and unjust with communism and taking over. And of course, the tower, totally destructing, just trying to dismantle, destroy tradition, royal family, and using a lot of evil involved and a lot of trying to destroy. Because first they have to destroy before they rebuild, right? It's the New World Order. So that's what Harry and Meghan are in charge of: upsetting people, depressing people, star reversed, and helping move that along with the young people, encouraging them to fight and keep fighting, and you keep pushing back. Remember Meghan giving her speech to the young people? You got to push us, push harder. Really encouraging them to get out there and burn buildings down and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, so I'm saying that this is obviously very political, is what I'm getting here, and Harry and Meghan are moving, trying to move forward their political agenda here. So that's part of the reason. But I definitely get the half in, half out thing was the main factor for this attack that they're doing, because they're not being able to get away with the way them and the globalists wanted to handle things with the royal family. As again, I don't think it's a coincidence that Megxit happened right when coronavirus hit and became a pandemic. So, what are Harry and Meghan expecting with this wall of silence? And again, I got another major arcana, the Emperor. So they're expecting to continue pushing forth with their new dictatorial agenda. Harry pushing himself. Harry really enjoys parading around like he's some kind of leader here, like he's so important. I mean, who is he to write a memoir? I mean, it's just ridiculous. And the stuff he's writing, oh my God. It's just really, but he's loving it. He's loving it. He feels like Barack Obama. He feels like a president here. He just thinks like, yeah, yeah, I'm a global leader. Yeah. So he's expected to continue on. He thinks he's looking good here. He's got to keep pushing now. Of course, I've noticed that after the reading I did on how he lied about that flight instructor, somehow, for some reason, someone claiming to be the flight instructor left a comment, I believe, on the article where he claims that he was betrayed by the media and that the media misrepresented him. And he made that accusation based on the fact that the title of the article was "It's all a fantasy," right? So he's saying, I never said it was all a fantasy. But of course, the article doesn't claim that he said that. That was just the title used by the writers. So, anyways, the point is he's putting out there that he's totally being sycophantic to Harry and Meghan, and obviously Harry and Meghan pushed him to come out and say the media is attacking me, and so now he's basically taking Harry and Meghan's side with them and saying the media is attacking him and misrepresenting him, and how terrible the media is, how terrible having a free press and freedom of speech. Oh my gosh, so terrible. It should all be taken down. No one should print anything except what Harry and Meghan approve of. Even though Harry and Meghan contradict themselves every freaking day. Two mental cases. So, anyways, yeah. So, but I see that there's a lot of with the Emperor here. Harry does still have a lot of connections and control in monitoring and censoring and trying to flip things around and manipulate things in the media specifically. And I found it interesting as well that I posted on Twitter and in my Patreon about how there was an article written by Brian Stelter of CNN when Harry started working at the Aspen Institute as the chief of misinformation. Well, Brian Stelter turned around. He was fired from CNN because he's so horrible. He's a horrible liar like Harry. And he was invited to the World Economic Forum, the Davos meeting, and he was giving a speech at the Davos meeting, and guess what he was talking about? Disinformation. So I said there's this connection here, the mainstream media, legacy media, and it was started by the BBC, and all of them lying to be censoring people and lying to everyone. You see this connection with Harry and the media and the World Economic Forum. They all connect together, right? It's just all these connections, so obvious. So, anyways, so Harry's going to continue with his agenda, trying to be his world leader here, trying to portray him and Meghan as these world leaders, these global leaders. So what are they afraid of or not want with the royal family ignoring them? Oh, we get King of Pentacles. Wow, King of Pentacles. So Harry doesn't want to be portrayed as the bully, the monster here. Of course, you see here is the King of Pentacles here, and you got a person here on the ground looking up that's been attacked or about to be attacked or threatened. So Harry does want to try to look good and get attention, but he also doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy here, and he is looking like the bad guy. He is looking like the bully. He's constantly going after the royal family again and again and again. And so I think that's part of the reason why he's trying to scale back a little bit, saying, I didn't call him racist. Who, me? Moi? And I think that's also why he put in some of those stupid stories to try to get some sympathy for himself and to try to make it seem like, I've had a tough life, but I'm also a warrior, a hero, military hero. But poor me, I'm so hurt all the time by my brother. Do you know my brother punched me and I broke the dog bowl because of him? And I was like, whoa, what's that about? And then I killed 25 Taliban. I mean, it does make it. The whole story is just all over the place. Anyways, so and I haven't even read the book. I can only imagine reading the book how screwed up your brain's going to be reading that thing. I think you lose some sanity just reading that book. It's probably the reason I want to read or wouldn't want to read it. But anyways, what is Harry hoping for with this silence? And I get Nine of Wands reversed. Nine of Wands reversed. So he's going to continue. I think he's going to back down a little bit because this is like Harry, being defensive and standing guard and being, constantly, with the media here, wands, Nine of Wands. So he's relaxing a little bit. He's being less aggressive, a little bit less aggressive against them. I think that he is going to tone it down just a little bit and tone down the rhetoric. Notice that Meghan has this kind of looks like Meghan on this card, And Megan's playing the victim here now, right? So she's totally the background and hasn't said a word. And some people have been criticizing her, saying, "Well, why isn't Megan defending her husband with all these people coming out pointing out what a liar he is in his book?" Right? People are noticing that Megan's not defending him, and some are speculating that Megan's setting him up for for a fall, to devalue him. Narcissists like to devalue their partners. Um, yeah, so I think that, and it's interesting with the Netflix. You notice how Megan plays the victim. She's all teary-eyed, and I mean, I can't get over those pictures, the video clip of her sitting there, on the floor, looking at her cell phone on the couch, just staring at it, like, I can't believe what I'm seeing on my cell phone. Oh, I mean, all total acting, total over the top drama. Is very, very, very much a Hallmark type movie, real corny, campy, um, and it totally contradicts what we know of reality of Megan and her personality from all the speeches that she's given with the Commonwealth on her Zooms and to her school, and how hyperbolic and screeching and squealy, and go get him, and you hit him, and you hit him again, and like, she's very aggressive. I mean, you can see that in all her interviews with, like, Larry, what's his name? Like, she's very, very aggressive and nonstop, and, like, even her speeches she gave, the first speech when they were doing what is that, that with William and Catherine, when they're all on stage that one time together. Megan's like, "Well, it's because women, we have a voice, and it's like, not that we don't need to use that voice, we need to use it, but also just that people need to stop what they're doing and listen to us." Yes, and I mean, that's how she is. She's like, ba 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 ba. So, and then you come onto the Netflix, and it's like, "Oh no, I'm Megan. I'm the demure Princess Diana 2.0." I mean, they're two different people. And the acting is so obvious. So I'm noticing now, silence is, what's the expression they use? Silence is, complicitness, right? Being complicit. Well, Megan's being very silent right now. She's doing the silent routine. Of course, she does this every now and then. She disappears for a while, but then boom, she comes back. But she's been feeding out rumors about her writing her own memoir, and another rumor that she's going to release another documentary series for Netflix. And so there's all these kind of rumors she's putting out, because of course she has to be in the press somewhere. But she has been purposely hiding out, and I think that this was organized because Harry is supposed to be seen as the leader now. He's supposed to be seen as the king of North America. That's what he wants. So this is his moment to present himself as that. It's not as the monster misfit who couldn't hack it, the royal family, and wore a Nazi uniform and didn't do anything right. So that's why Megan's purpose. I kind of say this is Megan backing away from the scenario. It's all of it's strategic, right? So next, but I'm looking at both of them. So Harry and Meghan, what's influencing them the most right now with everything that they're doing? And I get Six of Wands. Six of Wands. So yeah, so Six of Wands, they want to be celebrated. They want to be seen as heroes. They want to be seen as, that they're these wonderful survivors of racism, and they're just the perfect in every way. They're the perfect representative of the new world order and of a new royal family. So they're looking for attention, of course. Obviously, they're looking to be, but they're more than that. They want people to admire them and to celebrate them and to put them on a pedestal and to be seen as heroes. They love it. They love the attention. They love being on Netflix. Obviously, that's what they do. That's all they do. And they love hearing themselves talk, and they love giving interviews, and et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah. So they're enjoying themselves no matter what. So part of this is, of course, attacking the royal family agenda, but it's also just that Meghan and Harry just love being on stage and saying whatever you tell them to say. They love being puppets. I mean, that's why I think the World Economic Forum likes them, because that's what the World Economic Forum does, like with Trudeau and Jacinda Ardern, and then and Biden, and whoever they get, they're just a puppet, right? They do what they're told, and that's what Harry and Meghan are perfect for, because they have no brains. So they just give them a script, and the actress will read it. So, and they're both like that. So, yeah, they just want to be seen as leaders, even though they're really not. So how are things going to go? So they're being ignored, and it is backfiring with the Tower reversed and the Justice card. You know, they're trying to pretend like they're righting wrongs here, but in reality, it's all backfiring on them because all their lies are being exposed, or Harry's lies are being exposed. Both of their lies are being exposed. So what's going to happen next? Ace of Coins. New opportunity, doing something new, making money again, more money with a new opportunity. So they are going to be doing something else now again. They're going to have more books, another Netflix. I've heard rumors, or seen rumors, I should say, that Netflix is thinking, you know what, we should have a fly on the wall series of some kind of show with Harry and Meghan's daily life or something. So it does look like they're going to be doing something new here with Netflix or something where they're going to be making some more moolah here. So I do see a new project coming up. Because Harry and Meghan do generate a lot of clicks, and you generate the clicks, you know, you're gonna get some opportunity from Netflix or whatever. So I do see another opportunity coming to them. And then what else in the long term? Ooh, the long term is not looking too good though. 10 of Cups reversed. Great sadness here. I take this. I often see the royal family as the 10 of Cups, right? And I see this reversal, this very very unhappy ending point here. So I don't think that what Harry and Meghan are doing is going to end well for them with the royal family. It's never. I think what they're doing is only pushing them further and further away, and They're not going to get ever going to get what they wanted, which was half in, half out. It's never going to happen. And worse than that, um, some very unhappy news for Harry and Meghan coming from the royal family, and with what they've done with the royal family. And yeah, so I think bridges are burned here. And um, I think at the end of the day, I mean, Harry and Meghan are going to just lose any kind of cachet they may have had as far as being royal. They're just seen as such jokes at this point and such misfits that it's not. I don't. It's not going to work out the way they're hoping. Harry is hoping is going to lead to him being some, world leader, but in reality, it's going to be nothing but unhappiness and misery and depression and worldwide unhappiness with them. Nobody likes them. And I was just seeing another article that said that, Meghan is less popular than Queen Camilla in the US, right? Because Meghan's always aiming at the United States market. It's not working. Nobody likes her. People can see right through both of them. It's not happening. Fetch is not happening. Spare is not happening. Harry and Meghan are not happening. They can blast themselves all over the media all they want, but you can't force people to like you, and constantly saturating the media and social media, especially during these times, is not going to work, and it's not going to happen. So they're going to get their little flash. They're still going to get their attention that they force on everyone, and everybody says that when you feel bombarded by them, you're almost attacked, right? They just never stop. And so they're going to get attention for a while, and they are still getting attention, but it's getting so old at this point. I mean, people are really getting tired of it, let's face it. So I do see in the long term, it's just not happening for them. Nothing but sadness, nothing but disappointment, and only way anything is going to be repaired is I think Harry groveling back to the royal family on his hands and knees. That's the only, the only way this is going to end for him to get back with the royal family. That's the only way it's going to happen here. Because, yeah. But they will make a little coin while they're at it, though. They will continue making some more millions doing and saying stupid things for a while. This is going to be a rude awakening here. The opportunity and the way things are ending up are nowhere near what they were expecting. And I think that's partly because I've also heard that the New World Order is not happening. That's not happening either. And that's affecting Harry and Meghan directly. So Harry and Meghan aren't happening, and neither is the New World Order. And it's kind of like you can watch the both of them. Either things aren't going well with the New World Order, they're not going to go well for Harry and Meghan, and vice versa. So it's all good news for us, is the way I see it. Bad news for them, good news for us and the royal family, because yeah, it's not happening. It's a disaster. Harry and Meghan are a disaster. All right, so that is what I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.